Example, we acquired a unit in Bangalore which we could turn around, plus we ensured that we get tax benefits. What is that tax benefit? Because the guy there on the other side was actually suffering losses. Can you think about one more case where this value capture can just shoot up? One is tax. Second case, okay, can I make it a bit more simpler? Say even if it is loss-making company is making losses, you may have to pay a premium, sir, because the seller knows you are saving on taxes. Can you talk about one more case, Vishwanath sir, Prasanna sir, anybody, welcome Sanjay sir, right, Saraf sir, where you may have to pay some higher premium, but still it is worth it, and no textbook says this. Hitendra sir, Ganesh ji, aap bataiye, which is the case where some more, or sir, you could also comment, always a pleasure, right, where maybe loss-making company you have to pay a premium, even more higher premium, and there is a strategic benefit for that, and this has got nothing to do with DCF. Because even before I started DCF, I was very clear, I wanted to talk to you all about liquidation, going concern, and now I want to finish by saying about value capture. One case, Sanjay sir, where you may have to pay something more, even more than if he is only loss making. Sir, with your permission, yeah.
Is it a case of pharma company?
Okay, what happens in this case, sir?
Maybe I'm loss making for a particular tenure because of let's say high R&D expenses, capex. But my future potential of income generation is maybe I'll start seeing the fruits from 7th year on. That it shows in the projections, which means that currently even if I'm making 200 crore loss, I can for sure say the next decade I'll be the king.
Great. Vishwanath sir, but you have gone back to, correct, but you have gone back to projections, DCFs. I am talking of a case, which is correct, absolutely correct. I am talking of a case where there is no projections. This is an immediate benefit that you get.
Liquidation value.
Agreed, sir. Liquidation value, agreed. Build to run, build to sell. One second, let me appreciate. Thank you, sir. You're right. What you're saying is you acquire a company and you sell it off. Great, liquidation value. Something more senior. Yeah.
Technology, patent.
Absolutely, sir. Just before you came in, sir was talking about that aspect. Sir, agreed. But Saraf sir himself will tell you this is going to be built into projections, as Vishwanath sir is saying. I'm not even into projections, sir. Projections to abhi second session mein start karna hai. You'll be shocked. I was shocked. And I can tell you, Mr. Ganesh, Sushil sir, 25 to 30% of M&A is happening there, and we are not even looking at it because no media is covering it, but it's all happening across us. It's happening. But nobody is covering about it, and very nicely, sharply people are doing it. And it must be one of these, right, firms which wants to have a global presence or which wants to have visibility. For them it makes a lot of sense. Any firm which does not need funds but needs visibility. Thank you. Brand positioning, okay, patents, right, pharma expenditure over a longer period of time. Can I have one last opinion before I come in? Thank you for your opinions. Because I wanted you all to speak with something new will come up. Ganesh ji? No problem, absolutely no problem. Sanjay sir?
I think adding to the top line.
Okay.
Simply adding to the top line.
That's also a very nice example. A very nice example. I was sure something new would come up. This is not what I had in mind, but thank you. Let me take this point straight away, right? And so, whoever is here, don't let any consultant use a multiple on top line. Please don't do it. People like me, we use this. Thank you very much. I would not have said this but for your comments. Please do not let any consultant use a multiple of the top line. For example, right, if I say price to sales, I'll pay you 5 times your sales. I'll pay you 7 times your sales. Then clients can simply take us for a ride. All that they have to do is they'll build up sales. And how do they build up sales? They can simply outsource. So they may not even manufacture. They will outsource, get it manufactured, put their stamp and sell it. So in this sense, please do not, very nice, thank you Mr. Sanjay, please do not use a multiple of sales. Thank you again for that, because people can take you for a ride. Thank you for your comments, colleagues. And thank you each one of you all. But what I was referring to, small bit of value add for you all, is a case of reverse listing. Thank you, Mr. Prasanna. Thank you for nodding. I want to give this, then we'll take a break, come back with free cash flow. What is reverse listing? Sir, shocker. It's a shocker. And when I looked at it, I said, my God. Okay. Let me explain this to my dear colleagues. Right? Vishwanath sir, there is something known as reverse listing. If your company is unlisted and you want to list yourself, then, right, thank you, then you can make a public issue, Vishwanath sir. If you do a public issue, you have to appoint an investment banker, make a prospectus, look at the market. The fact is, we are assuming that the client does not need money. Client needs visibility. And if he does a typical public issue, sir, typical public issue, in this market, we do not know what will be the result of that. In fact, safely we can say 80% chances that it will collapse, the issue will collapse. Even more so, I think I need to tell you all as loud as possible that if there is an issue, please understand, minimum, right, public issue expenses is 12 to 15% of issue size. Thank you, sir. Right? I know some Johnnies tell you 5%. Wrong. Absolutely wrong. Thank you, sir, for nodding. Many people say 5%. Kuch nahi hota, sir, 5% mein. One investment banker takes 5 to 6%. Underwriters alag 2%. Then SEBI ads, press ads, 12 to 15%. And I'll raise my voice out of sheer concern. Smaller the issue, higher the percentage. Because most of it is fixed expenses. A Times of India or a Free Press does not say that, okay, I'll charge you lower because your issue size is lower. आपने ऐड किया पेपर में, आपको वही पे करना है. They may in case charge Reliance Power lower because Reliance Power will actually come with number of ads. So it actually works against a smaller issue, 12 to 15%. Can I just finish this session? Thank you for your interactions. Please understand, there's a reverse listing. Point is, I want to get listed. I don't want money. I want a faster process. Simple. Go and merge yourself with a listed company. And moment you merge yourself with a listed company, you get listed. And you don't have to comply with any SEBI norms. You don't have to comply with, this is for you, any SEC norms. In US they call it pink sheets. In India, we call it reverse listing. So just merge yourself and that's it, you're on the exchange. Now the fear that you would have in your mind, which before you ask, let me tell you. Sushil sir will say, Arey, if you merge with somebody else, your identity will be lost. Thank you very much, Prasanna sir. I knew it was coming. Please note, moment your identity is lost, nothing prevents you from giving a 15-day press notice and changing the name back to your own name. Simple. So if you are saying, thank you for nodding, but just to ensure that I have communicated, right? You are X. Y is listed. You merge with Y. You cease to exist because you are merged with Y. But you are now listed company. And now you change the name of Y to X. X is listed. Where would you get such companies would be the question that you would ask a consultant. Let me tell you, in India if you want such in US, I'm sure you know penny stocks. In India if you want such companies, so it is available on Bombay Stock Exchange. Z Group companies. Z Group companies on Bombay Stock Exchange, a classic case where it is available for you to reverse merge and list yourself. Z Group companies are nothing but companies with absolutely shell assets. They are just there listed, they are waiting for somebody to come and merge themselves, and fine. You can, once you are merged, you are listed. Classic case, right? Available loss-making company for sale at a premium. If it is a listed company, the premium will be slightly more higher. Please note, right, value creation. Now, after this session, we will focus on value creation. But I think it's important that we understand value capture and reverse listing also. Any questions? Yep, Sanjay sir, please.
Since you're saying you're buying a loss-making company,
yep,
and you're taking in the loss, and it helps you reduce your taxable profit, but doesn't it affect your P&L too next year? It will show a loss.
Absolutely,
So
absolutely. Which is where, very good, which is where it's important that you identify your target, which sir said, and I'm only repeating, where you can turn around also. So it should not only be a case where you get tax losses, you should be able to turn it around also. And second, there will be some hit on your profit and loss account. But the fact is, if in the future you believe it is going to add more of value, let's go for it. Okay. Right? Thank you for the question.
So immediate loss on your P&L doesn't affect the long-term
Sir, example, thank you. Please keep asking, sir. And now I think it's a very good audience. Tata Chorus. Chorus, right? Chorus, thank you. Chorus was.
Company will make it cheaper for you to buy it. It will be cheaper to get it.
Chorus was actually much bigger in size than Tata Steel. But Chorus was, thank you, was bleeding, was making losses. Tatas went ahead and acquired it. Why? Because they knew they will turn around. They wanted the tax benefits. And initial years, they actually showed losses. But now they turned it around. And can I also say something with due respects? None of you all, but I'm talking about my community. Many of us, when Tata's acquired it, said, my God, now this failed. This is going to be doomed. Now Tatas are going to be in problem because of this. But as a proud Indian, let me tell you, and not as an analyst, Tatas have pulled it off. In fact, they have not only turned Chorus, they got the tax benefits, they have turned around. And you know what they did? Sanjay sir, thanks for your question. They actually sold one of the units of Chorus and recovered part of their investment also. So not only did they integrate, they actually sold one part of the division of Chorus, got part of the money, and the entire thing is now, Tatas have moved up from 45th largest company to the 5th largest company in the world over 3 years. But your point is well taken. 2 years, there was a lot of muck on their profit and loss account, which, right, any strategist would say, let a finance guy think the way he wants. I believe in the future vision. Thank you. Vishwanath sir.
The question is this tax benefits which you said,
Yes.
here 200 crores for 8 years, is as long as you continue showing.
Is as long as the entire loss is absorbed. As long as.
Once you start showing a positive, I mean, it's not like for the 200 crore initial loss that happened, let's say in 2002, you will still continue to enjoy that benefit while on a parallel line item you will start accounting for a fresh profit. That doesn't happen.
That doesn't happen. See, but Vishwanath sir, one very important thing. Even if the losses happened in 2002, your carry forward starts from the date of merger.
Okay.
So actually, let's not take 2002. Let's take 2004. Okay. That would have expired in 2012. But you do a merger today, your 8 years starts from today, 2011. You are understanding what I'm trying to say? So even past losses, I said this is a time where you should catch the seller. Past losses, it's about to expire. Seller is not able to use it. Buyer can use it. And you can sit on the table and you can acquire it at a discount. That's how. So not only should you see the losses, you should see the date of the losses, which is very well supported by the finance team. They'll tell you, ये अभी anyway expire हो रहा है, seller को भी पता है वो, catch him on that. So, and where should you approach? I'm very keen to share these things with you all. Right? Where should you approach for this loss-making unit? Please visit any distressed asset cell of a bank. And currently, 2 banks have become very active in getting this financial restructuring going. Whether IT, manufacturing, 2 banks. One is Union Bank of India, second is State Bank of India. And if you can approach for a loss-making unit, if you are not using it, pass it around to somebody who can use it in your circle. If you want to approach an asset reconstruction company, Sushil sir, it should be ARCIL. Asset Reconstruction Company India Limited. ARCIL is very, very active. SBI is very, very active. Union Bank is very, very active. And for reverse merger, I think I said that, I am repeating it. Sorry, I went fast. Asset Reconstruction Company India Limited, sir. India Limited. One second, Sushil sir. For reverse listing, right? Thank you. Thank you. And in US, pink sheets. Okay, the term is pink sheets. Okay, you will find a lot of these Johnnies on NYSE. Sir?
No, when you said the company buys another takes another company, merges, which is listed, that's reverse listing, is it?
Absolutely. So I am an unlisted company. Somebody is listed with losses. I go and merge. Now I am listed. Sir, इसमें डर क्या था? And I immediately, Mr. Prasanna nodded. People say you lose your identity, which is right. But you can always change your name. Right. There you have to only ensure one thing, that you will sign a clause that any future liability is yours. Anything in the past which is not disclosed, thank you, is his responsibility. That should be very clearly laid out. So you should be very clear that any contingent liability in the past is, right, because Z Group is default company. So that you should take care. Any other questions, comments, right? Anything that you
mentioned 3, right? ARCIL, UBI,
right? Union Bank and State Bank of India. Of late, State Bank of India also has got active because they want to push their NPAs. Union Bank is no doubt about it. And you will get some good IT firms also, right? Maybe not a very big size, but a, right?
Quick disclaimer is we are not into IT.
No, I'm talking about IT because normally we believe Union Bank is only into manufacturing. I'm not saying you are into IT, sir, not at all. I'm saying that you get all service-oriented companies, right?
We are purely into engineering.
All the more reason that you should be talking about this. Union Bank would have a